Okay, number 2 is 171. 4, negative 3. 6, 38. 8, negative 2 3/4. 10, negative 35. 12, 15. 14, negative 36. 16, 10 cents. 18, 23. 20 is negative 43. 22 is negative 12. 24 is 73. 26 is negative 15. 28 is negative 54. 30 is 7/20. 32 is negative 7/15. 34 is negative 937. 36 is negative 147. 38 is negative 25. 40 is negative 9/2. And 42 is 70 miles per hour. What questions y'all have on those? 24 and 36.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20, 22, 26, 28, 32, 38, 40, and 42 right.
It's astounding. You're not lying. No, we're not laughing at you. We're laughing at his expression when you're counting out.
Number 24.
Yes, 24.
Is it okay if, like, for
Yeah, that one was quite weird.
are you able to, for like 2, are you allowed to do like y equals the number?
Yes, he just said what the missing variable
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
So like, yeah, I wrote down y.
Or else I would run all wrong.
It's true. You missed the ka-ching, ka-ching.
Oh.
They moved in it. Yeah,
What
the
is that number?
parentheses likes to miss
It's
that.
1/8.
Oh.
Ka-chink, ka-chink. And then what do you do?
No, it's F.
You put 18 over 1.
Subtract 18.
No,
subtract 18.
91.
From both sides.
91 minus 18 is?
73.
We said it at the same time.
You did.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't ka-ching, ka-ching.
Why not, bro?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. 30 something. What did you say? 36.
Also 30 and 34 and 30.
The answer is 36.
Good job. Thank you.
What do we do?
We,
Flip 7 over 1
multiply
and multiply.
7 over 1.
Or add.
We multiply.
How is the negative 1/7 attached to the C? Is it added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, something else? It's multiplied, yeah? So we do the opposite to get rid of it. Divide by 1/7. How do we divide fractions?
Flip it.
Multiply by the reciprocal. So C equals 147 negative.
Oh. This one was 36?
That was 36.
There's like
Did you figure out what you did?
there was like 6 that had 0 idea what I was
I
doing.
didn't.
Why?
Oh, I multiplied. I multiplied.
So clearly the first half was a lie.
So wait, how did I get
You lie to yourself a lot. I've noticed that. You should stop lying to yourself.
Divided.
So if you have zero idea what you do, that means it's 100%.
No, you didn't have zero idea what you were doing. It's very clear that you didn't.
-4%.
No, that's also false. What do we need now? 30, you said? Yes. Oh my gosh. I hate fractions, bro.
Decimals, fractions not really.
Those are way better than
I am actually the opposite, which is weird.
Really? You
Yeah.
like decimals?
I like decimals.
Only because you own a calculator.
Fine, but
What?
like,
Not good as
Not because you have
fractions
to.
is
Yeah, or really.
Now what?
We minus off 2.
Flip 5/2
No.
and subtract it.
It's added. You just subtract it, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's no flipping.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
we're gonna listen though.
Oh yeah.
in less than 5 seconds, we said like 5, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
What is that, 7/20? Is that what we get?
Well, I would.
Oh, I know what I got wrong.
I pre-reduced, so I just 2 times.
Pre-reduced. You're not multiplying.
Oh, yeah. But did you get it? I did get it, yeah. She got it. Sorry, my bad. Ignore me. Actually, we might not need to.
7/20.
I flipped it, that's why.
Yeah, so the reason you flip stuff is because you're dividing it, right? So,
If
and
it's originally divided
then you would multiply.
-8/20.
Where did I get the -8/20? About time somebody asked that.
you did it.
Where did the 8/20? Why is it 8/20? What was I subtracting off?
15 and 20.
I was subtracting off 2/5. But in order to subtract fractions, they have to have a common denominator. So I multiplied 2/5 times 4/4.
I didn't do that.
You what?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, because you just shoved it in your calculator.
Same. I did for sure.
Half of it.
Wait, what problem is this?
This problem,
Half of the problem.
did you do it by hand or did you shove it in the calculator? Because if you did it by hand, then that's what you would have done.
I did all of the calculator.
I went to do it all.
So if you did it by hand, then you would have used 8/20. Or you got the answer wrong. Did you get the answer wrong?
Oh, I guess
Well, then you did that if you did it by hand. Or you just shoved it in your calculator.
technically that is wrong because the W has to be on the other side.
True.
It doesn't have to be. We just prefer it that way generally. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Behave, or I'm gonna put a basilisk in here, turn you all into stones.
I will go get the sword.
Go get the sword.
What?
That's not basilisk. It's also basilisk. It's also basilisk.
Well, she got it wrong though, so she didn't write that legend right. So no, you're also wrong.
3 ways to write division? Yes. Fraction bar, what's this called? Does it have a name?
I call it the house. I always say what number are we gonna put on the porch, and which one goes in the house. That's what I always say.
It's a long, but I know that's what the operation you're doing, but does this symbol have a name?
The house.
The house.
I just call it the house.
Yeah,
I am
probably does.
100% sure it has a name. I am also 100% sure I don't know for sure what it is.
Porch is the house.
How's the point for? If always
What
some
goes
reason-
in the porch and what goes in the house.
If it does have a name, it's probably some like lazy.
All right, what other questions do we have
I don't have it.
from this Algebra 1 lesson? 34. You don't have to sound so excited. Calm down. What did you get 800 and something?
891.
Yeah, so you subtracted. Because what you should have done, because we had negative 23 minus, you should have subtracted the 914.
That's what I did.
And so it's not what you did. It's what you thought you, no, it's not what you did. Right, that's great, but you didn't actually do that though. Because what you accidentally did in the calculator, great, I understood that already. Let me explain what you did, because this is important, because here's the deal. If you, and I said this at the beginning, and I wasn't kidding. I will say it again right now. If I notice that your brains start to leave you as we're picking up these things, I will take them away. You do not need a calculator for Algebra 1. You absolutely do not. You can do all of Algebra 1 without any calculator at all. Easy peasy. So here's the part that you got to remember. So now you're listening instead of just trying to argue about what you did and didn't do. Wait, listening good this time? Because are the signs the same or different? Same? So when they're the same, what do we do? You remember? What are we actually supposed to do? We add and keep the sign, right? So you need to be able to, what you need to be able to do, it's fine if you punch this in the calculator. I have zero issues with that. Quadruple zeros, all the zeros. That's totally fine. But what you need to be able to look at this and be like, okay, I'm expecting a bigger negative number. So you should be able to sanity check your calculator, because the calculator doesn't know what you want, right? Does this make sense to everybody? Right? So when you do that, you'll end up with a negative 937. So watch your signs and watch what you're doing, because what you probably did on the calculator is I am guessing, we don't know because we can't roll back your thing, but you probably punched this in the calculator. You didn't put a parentheses, but I bet you pushed this on accident, because you did this minus negative. You don't know what you did. This was like yesterday at midnight. Oh, okay. What? Or did you forget to put this negative?
No. The subtract, yeah, you ready? Here's the other one. After that. Yes, that's what I did.
That is not what you did.
I didn't have one.
Punch that on the calculator right now and let me prove how wrong you are.
I know how to show it. You can press the button and it'll go back to the previous.
You would have
search term.
had punched in said problem right before and have done nothing else with it.
Negative.
Or
Yeah.
is that just how it works on the TI? I don't know. I don't know what it's on Casio.
Equals that number right there.
Well, that's it. You did say it.
No, let him use this one at least, so that because we're making good points. So punch that in the calculator as it's written right there, because that is not what you did yesterday. I'm telling you right now, that is not what you did.
What did I do?
You probably did exactly what I told you probably did, because somehow you made this positive. So I'm thinking that your brain said subtract. And so you may have even kind of been thinking right, but you didn't slow down to think about what you were expecting. And so you probably did negative 23 minus negative 914. And I know that's probably what you did, because that's the kind of thing that people do all the time and as accident, because your brain, yeah, so slow down.
I don't want to risk my time.
What? You don't know what he did. You're just guessing. Same as me.
I did it.
Guessing
Yeah.
85% sure that he did this.
You're 85% sure that he did that.
50.
That's exactly what I said he probably did. Yeah, and that's almost certainly what you did. And it was just a brain finger disconnect. That happens all the time. That doesn't mean you're stupid. But what I am telling you, that you are going to become more stupid if you don't slow down enough to know what you're expecting. Don't lose your arithmetics because you picked up the device. Es muy importante, because later you're going to have to do some of these same things, like get common denominators, and it's going to have x's in it. It isn't that hard if you remember how to do the things. But if your brain oozed out your ears because you picked up the calculator, then it will be much harder. Which is why I am very anti, unless somebody is extremely special ed, and then they're probably not. Then they probably shouldn't even be mainstreamed. But unless somebody's extremely mainstreamed, I am very anti giving kids a calculator in elementary school as a part of their IEP, because it only hurts them later.
Wow.
I'm fine with like times charts. That works, because we're still learning things slowly, but learning them. But I'm okay with giving a third grader a multiplication table, a little hundreds chart. That's fine. But giving them a calculator hurts them in the long run. I know y'all don't know anything about what I'm talking about. Y'all have never heard the word IEP in your life, probably. But I mean, you might have. I don't know. But if you went to public school at some point, you may have heard the word IEP, which is not even a word; it's an acronym. But whatever. If they had staff to do it, and this would also take away the need for state testing too, but you'd have to have enough staff to do it. If every student, not just special ed ones, had an IEP, we would have like the craziest, coolest education system ever. But it's a logistical staffing nightmare to make that happen, because you can't do that. You can't teach an individualized class for every person. You can't do it. Teachers don't have enough time in their life. Unless somebody invents quantum tunneling or something, and they can like become multiples of themselves. So, no other questions on this lesson?
No.
Do I have some stuff to get back to y'all? I think I might.
Yeah, I think the quiz we did on
Corbin
Tuesday.
needs his laptop.
Choose G.
Tuesday.
Ridley, is there a reason why like every time you open your mouth in my class, something rude has to come out of it? Is that like real necessary?
No,
I mean,
I said,
Oh, there.
oh no, I don't have any question besides my life. Then he just said it.
I see. So it was rude, but it was a rude response, not just random rude. I see.
Reason for it.
He had a reason for his rudeness. Okay. That's your name, and so is this one. This one's not your name, but it's your name. That's not your name, but that's your paper. There you go. Your name is not Risley.
Rizzy. Rizzy. I'm gonna like spell it. Riz.
Y'all have any questions on the quizzes I just gave back to you?
On this one quiz.
You understand what you missed, or you made 100? Either one of those things are optional. If you missed something, you don't know understand how you missed it, then I have a hint for you. You have a question. If you missed something, but you understand why you missed it, then that's fine. You don't have it.
On number 5, how do I get
What page is this quiz on? Let me flip so I can look at the right.
77?
77. On which one did you say?
Number 5.
Oh, actually, we should probably look at, is that the one I'm thinking of? We should probably look at number 1, because like everybody missed it.
I got it right.
Because y'all forgot something that I said several times, but it's okay, I'll say it again until you remember it. So let's look at 1 real quick.
Is this the 2.1 quiz?
Yeah, page 77.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to translate 3 times r less than 15 equals 6. So here's the thing that you didn't remember, most of you, apparently. Joe was very excited. Okay. When you see the word than, you need to put it at the end. So 3 times r less than, so put 3 times r at the end and less than 15
I got it. I did the less than some.
is 6. Yeah,
I got it right.
you did.
You marked it right. You marked it
I
right.
was like,
But it's different.
less than that.
Well, I may have made a mistake. That's possible.
Yeah, I always don't try.
It's okay.
You didn't make 100, but you did, because I had an accident with you and Ridley.
I made 100.
Was somebody going to ask about a different one?
Fine. After end. I did 5x, k, 3.
Why is there an X in it?
I don't know. Oh no, that's a time symbol.
Yeah, so you do 5 times k by just putting 5k, right? That's what you should have done.
5K.
Yeah.
That's what I got wrong. Bring it.
All right, let's take another quiz.
Yay. Calculus.
No, you're like, okay.
I already wrote down too that quiz. I was prepared to change the numbers.
He just has a whole book. Just says quiz.
Hobo Canado.
No, I have a whole book that says real sentences.
Yeah, let's go.
Zero.
Binder there.
Is this 2-2?
Yes, it is.
I already
guys
wrote
are
down
paging
that
this.
quiz number is
This should be.
cool like that.
Just quiz 3, I think.
Child.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Child.
I'm sorry. Don't call me a child. Don't call her a child.
You're 14 yesterday.
Well, she is a child, and so are you,
Dang.
which is why it's obnoxious for you to call her that. I know. I understood.
Oh wait, 259. Why did you think?
259.
Why are we on two?
Oh no.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going.
I think we'll live.
259?
What did I do?
No, it's 20. No, it's 25.
Oh, what?
Plus 9. Yes, that makes
What is
sense.
this?
It's, wait, hold on, what?
No, it's page 25
It's
plus 9.
259, guys.
25 plus 9?
See, just this.
Wait. 25 times 9, which is
It's 200. I'm not gonna start until you talk.
No. Wait, hold on, what?
You don't even have your book. Where's your book?
Why are you confused?
259?
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to heads. I'm gonna take this.
Corbin just finished it.
Okay, I was like, wait, hold on, what?
I am so confused.
I'm gonna do this quiz. We have time.
What is a line of best fit? What does that mean?
I'm